Hi everyone, Songbird 21 here, and welcome to my tutorial on Adobe Premiere Elements 9. This first video is just to get you started opening your first project. So, go to your folder with all your footage in it and click on one of your footage pieces. Then right-click and click Properties. Now, under the tabs, go to Details, and this will tell you your frame width, frame height, and your frame rate, which is 23 frames per second in this video. And as you can see, I've already typed these up on a notepad file. You should too, it helps quite a bit. Okay, now we click cancel there. Now we open up Premiere. And you're going to click New Project. In this box, you can type the name of your project. I'm just going to leave it My Project for simplicity's sake. Here is where you will choose the folder that your finished project goes into. I'm going to click OK there. Now, project settings. These are very, very important. Most videos nowadays are widescreen. So you're going to want to choose a 16:9 progressive scan format. Progressive scan, very, very important. Do not pick anything that says fields or anything like that. It must say progressive. If you don't, you will get horrible lines when you do your fades and whatnot. This one says 23.976 frames per second, FPS, which we'll refer to it as that from now this point on. And it is 1280 by 720, just as we have on our notepad file. And so we have that, and then we click OK, and then we click OK again. This is basically what your window will look like when you first open up the program. All right, the first thing you're going to do is under the Organize tab, you're going to click Project, and then you're going to open your folder and pick your footage to import. I'm just going to import 3 files for instructional purposes here. And if you want to import audio, you simply do it the same way. And if you want to organize your footage by folders, you click Folder, type in a name, and then you can put all your footage in the video folder. And then you can also do audio folders and all that other kind of stuff too. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the left, and we're going to delete empty tracks, because honestly, you really don't need all these. Not unless you're going to be doing a lot of layers. Now, you will have your video track and your audio track. Ignore narration and soundtrack. They're not useful for much of anything. Grab your first piece of footage that you want in your video. Click on it and drag it down here to your video 1. Now, once you've got that there, go over here and see these 2 little screens here. You want to drag this to about there, so you have more precise control of your edits. Just click anywhere in the timeline here, just for example, so you can see what I'm doing. If you can, click the right arrow and the left arrow on your keyboard, and it goes from one line to the next and doesn't go in the middle of them at all, that means you are working frame by frame. And as you can see it advancing in the video up top there, that means you'll be working frame by frame, and you can make your edits very precise, which is fantastic, especially if you're doing something like what I do, which is music videos. We are going to show you how to make an edit. First thing we're going to do is, all right, let's say we want this to end just after the crazy sun spins off the screen. So we go here. Okay, and now, because we have it set for frame by frame, we can use the right arrow on the keyboard to slowly get rid of the sun. And there, the sun is now gone. We go over here to Split Clip, click that, and there, now you have 2 pieces. You can get rid of this clip in 2 ways, and I'm going to explain both ways because it is very important. Let me move this back over for a second. Alright, just for example's sake, I'm going to split another clip. And a couple more here. Okay, now, this is a non-linear editing program, which means you can't edit something over here and then have a big space and then be editing something else over here. However, if you simply delete a piece, like I'm going to do right here, just by clicking delete on your keyboard, it will what's called ripple delete, which is every single thing that's after what you deleted will automatically move to the left. This is very bad if you've already been editing something over here that needs to stay put. So I'm going to click Control Z to undo, or you can just click undo up here. To do this without having all of these ripple delete, you're going to right click on your little piece there, and you're going to click clear. Now it goes away without the ripple delete effect. Now you have the same problem with reducing or increasing the length of a clip while dragging it. See this little bracket here with the two arrows? This is going to let you grab and drag a clip in order to make it longer or shorter. So what you're going to do is make sure that the little red bracket is facing the clip that you want to grab, and you're going to grab it and you're going to drag it. Now, you can do it this way, which unfortunately creates the same ripple delete effect as you saw before, or you hold down Control, and now do you see how the bracket is smaller? Now that the bracket is smaller, you can click again, then release the mouse, and then release Control, and you do not get the ripple delete effect. Woot! Remember, it is always a good idea to save your project every 5 minutes, just in case there's a program crash. And that is the end of our first tutorial. The next one will show you how to do fades and dissolves. Laters!